Are you understanding? Okay, let's go. Let's go with the concept. Anything you want me to do from my side, I will be doing it after the class. Means after 8:30. Okay. Actions class should be imported from where? Everybody tell me. Actions class should be imported from where?
Selenium.interaction.package.
Actions class should be imported from where?
Selenium.interaction.package.
Selenium.interaction package. So what you should do, step number one, you need to create a object for actions class, and here you need to pass it as driver as the reference. So what driver indicates? Which browser, which application, on which element you need to perform the action. Okay. So using this actions class, what are the advantages of actions class? What are the actions we can perform?
To perform mouse
What are
over,
the actions?
move to element. To perform double click,
So you can
double click.
perform
Drag and drop.
mouse over. Next,
To perform double click,
to perform right click, no click, it's right click. Next,
Clear
double click,
submit.
ma'am.
Double
double click.
drag and
Drag
drop.
and drop.
Drag and drop.
Drag and drop. So these are the four actions what we can perform using actions class. Okay. So how do you perform mouse over using which method?
Move to element.
Move to element.
By using a method called as move to element. Super. How do you perform double click using which method?
Double click.
Double click.
Double click.
By using double click method. By default, which method we have to use?
Perform. Perform.
Perform. Dot perform.
By
Dot
default, which
perform.
method we have to suppose to use?
Dot perform.
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 By default, you
Perform
have to
operation.
use dot perform
Perform.
method. Default, you have to use dot perform method. So if you don't call dot perform method, then it will not go perform the action. It will go till there and it will keep quiet. It will not perform. So you have to tell it go perform the action, or else it will not perform the action. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now everybody mute. Everybody mute. 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 Okay. So mouse over, double click. Everybody did the scenario. Everybody did the scenario. Did you executed scenario? Super. Good. Now look at the screen. So let's see how do we perform right click. How do we perform right click? So to perform right click, we have a method. Okay, to perform right click, we have a method. What's the name of the method? Yesterday I've given you all the notes. To perform right click, what's the method we have?
Context click.
Context.
Method called as context click.
Context
We have a method called as context click. So what do? First we have to create a object for what class? Actions class, and we have to import this actions class from selenium.interactions package. Then we have to perform a right click. Using which method? Context click method. Clear? Using which method? Context click method. Clear? Clear? Okay, super. Now look at my screen. Look at my screen. Now, let me now 1 minute. Let me open the browser. Yes, listen this. I want to open the browser. I want to open the browser. I want to perform a right click on the search text field. What I need to do? I need to open the browser. I need to perform right click on the search text field. Are you understanding? Are you understanding what I need to do? I need to open the browser. I need to open google.com. I need to perform a right click on the search text field. Okay. Now, let's write the program. Let me create a class. Let me create a class. Test2. Select a main method. Click on finish. Now, let's start writing the program. Web driver is equals to new Chrome driver off. Okay, let me import WebDriver. Let me import Chrome driver. So next step, I need to do what? Maximize. Driver.manage.window.maximize. So what is the next step? Driver.get method. Let me go enter the URL of google.com. Okay, now let me give implicitly wait. Driver.manage.finds out dot implicitly wait duration of seconds. Okay, done. Now what I should do? I need to perform a right click on one element. Which element is that? I need to perform a right click on an element. Which element is that? Search text field. Which element? Search text box or search text field. So I need to fetch the address of this first. I need to fetch the address of this. Now tell me by using which locator? Tell me by using which locator? Name locator. This is by using what locator? This is by using name locator. Let's start writing the code. Driver dot find element by using name locator. Copy paste the value. Let me store it inside one variable. Okay, the return type of this is web element. So what we have to do? Same story. Create an object for actions class. Create an object for actions class. Pass it as driver. Pass it as driver. Import actions class from selenium.interactions package. A dot which method? Context click dot perform. Understood? 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 Now let me run the program. Let me run the program. It opens the browser, maximizes. Is it performing right click on the search text field? Is it performing right click on the search text field? Yes. Understood right click? Understood right click? Okay. Everybody do it. Make a note of a scenario. Open the browser. Open the browser. Enter the URL of amazon.com. Open the browser. Enter the URL of amazon.com. Right click on the search text field. You can ask me a question. I want to click on this emojis, undo, redo. Can I do? That's the next concept. Are you understanding? I'm just performing right click. Can I do actions on this? Yes, you can do. That is a next concept. That's a next concept that you're going to study. Okay, now that's a next topic. Understood? You can do. That's a next concept. Okay. So open Amazon application. Right click on the search text field. Open Amazon application. Right click on the search text field. Write the program. Done. Completed. Everybody understood? Done. Completed. Can we move on? Can we move on? Okay. Now let's see the last operation. Which is the last operation? Which is the last operation? We have drag and drop. We have drag and drop. Correct, right? 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. That let me go to the. Let me take the URL of drag and drop. Okay, this is not there in all the application. It is there only in few application. Let me take the URL of that application. Let me fetch it. Okay, I'll give this URL as well. You can post it in WhatsApp group as well. Oh, wait 1 second. Excuse me. Can you see this? Can you see this application? I have posted the URL. You can post it in WhatsApp group as well. Okay, I have posted the URL. You can post it in WhatsApp group as well. So guys, what we have to do? What we have to do? You need to do what? Drag it, drop it. Drag it, drop it. Drag it, drop it. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? Drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay. Now what I need to do? I need to drag from block number 1 to block number 4. What I need to do? I need to drag it from block number. You can take any block, your wish. It is one and the same. You can take any block, it's one and the same. I want to drag it from block number 1 to block number 4. I need to do drag and drop. Understood? Understood? Drag and drop. What's the meaning of drag and drop? Is it clear? Let's start writing the code. Let's start writing the code. Let's start writing the code. Where is our project? Let me create a class. Let me create a class. Let me make it as test case number 3. Select the main method. Okay, let me copy paste it. Okay, now what we should do, listen here, what we should do, we have to do drag and drop. You have to do 2 actions, isn't it? Isn't it? What we have to do? Drag it, drop it. So we have to perform what? 2 operations. So I need to fetch the address of 2 elements. One is block 1, one is block 2. Let me right click, let me inspect. Okay, let me right click, let me inspect, let me go with the text function /h1 text function equals to block 1. Okay, so I want to drag this block 1 and drop it on block 4. Okay, so first I need to take the addresses. So driver dot find element by using XPath. Paste the value, store it inside one variable. So let me call this as block number 1. Okay, now what I should do? Let me inspect this block number 4 because I need to drop it on this element. Okay, I need to what? Drop it on this element. Now let me write driver dot find element by using XPath, paste the value. Let me store it inside one variable block 2. The return type of this is web element. Everybody understood? Everybody's clear till here? So here you have to perform 2 action. Drag it, drop it. What you have to perform? You have to perform 2 operation. Drag and drop. So first you have to create. Now what you have to do? Create a object for actions class. Create a object for actions. Pass it as driver. Actions class should be imported from selenium.interactions package. Okay. So now what I should do? I should call a method called as drag and drop. So drag is one element, dropping on fourth element. Correct, right? Drag and dot perform. Understood? Understood? Please repeat. What is there? Simple. You have to perform what? Drag it, drop it. What you have to perform? Drag it, drop it. So you need to fetch two addresses. One is drag location, one is drop location. Yes or no? You want two element address because you're performing drag and drop it. So you want address of one block, you want address of second block. Fetch the address, perform action. Understood, Renuka? So this is a dragging, this is dropping. Okay, this is dragging, this is dropping. So you want two address here. So drag it, drop it, and dot perform. Okay, now benefits of drag and drop, that is an element. I'm just teaching you how to handle that element. Okay, when you write a manual test case, it's an element. How to handle that element, there is no benefit of anything. These are all web elements. So how do you handle these elements? You're learning. So let me give little bit delay. Otherwise, the execution will be very, very faster. Okay. For teaching purpose, I'm using this delay. For what purpose? For teaching purpose, it is not required to use this. Now look here. It opens the browser, maximizes. Everybody observe. Where is block number 1? Where is block number 4? Is it dragged and dropped? I've given the 3 seconds for you to see. Is it dragged and dropped? I'll run it again. I'll run it again. The 3 seconds is given for you to observe. Look at block number 1. Look at block number 4. Look at block number 1, block number 4. Is it dragged and dropped? Is it dragged and dropped? Please do. It's there only in this application. It is not there in any application. Okay? It is there in only this application. It is not there in any application. Okay? Please perform drag and drop. You can take any block, one block, fourth block, 1, 2, 3, 4, any block you can take and do drag and drop. Okay, do drag and drop. Everybody do drag and drop. Done? Completed? Everybody understood? You can drag and drop on any block. It's not like 1 and 4. You can drag and drop it 1, 2, or 2, 4. Any combination you can drag and drop. Everybody's clear? Understood the uses of actions class? Everybody understood the uses of actions class? Yes. Okay. So tell me quickly. I want everybody to tell me. Okay. Tell me, guys. Actions class should be imported from.
Interaction.
Actions class.
Instruction.
Tell me.
Interaction. Section.
Actions class should be imported
Selenium
from
dot interactions.
Package.
Selenium dot interaction.
actions package.
Selenium
So what
dot
we are going to-
interactions.
We are going to create a object for actions class, and here we are going to pass it as a driver.
Driver.
Pass it as the driver.
Driver.
Okay. So using actions class, what are all actions we can perform?
Mouse holder, double click, right click, drag and drop.
Wait, mouse
click.
over, not
Right.
holder. It is what? Mouse.
Mouse over.
Mouse over,
So how do you
mouse over,
perform-
double click, right click,
Double
and
click,
draw,
right
draw,
click,
drag and drop.
Okay. How do you perform mouse over? Using which method?
Move to element.
Move to
Move
element.
Move to element.
By
Move to element.
method. Okay. How do you perform right click?
Context.
Context.
Context click.
How do you perform?
Context click.
You're going to perform right click with the help of what? Context
Context
click.
click. Next, how do you
Method.
how do you pattern
What, ma'am? Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am, I think.
Using
Drag and drop method.
Drag
how do
and
you
drop.
drag
and drop method.
drop method?
Drag and drop method.
Perform click. How do you perform double click? How do you
double
perform
click method.
double click?
Double click method.
Double click method.
Double click method.
Using double click method.
By default, what is the method we have to use in all the action?
perform.
Dot perform.
By
Dot
default,
perform.
what's an action we have to
Dot
use in all the
Perform.
methods?
Perform.
Dot perform method.
Dot perform.
Dot perform method. Everybody is understood? Mute, everyone mute. Please mute. Everybody understood the uses of actions class? Everybody understood the uses of actions class? Actions class is here clear? Can we move to the next one? Can we move to the next operation? Everybody understood? Everybody is clear? That's all. Simple, guys. Create an object, use a method, and perform the actions. Okay. Now, everybody, please mute. Please go on mute. Go on mute. Let's see how do we handle the drop downs. Okay. Let's see how do we handle the drop down. Drop down is also called as the list box. Drop and let's see. I've seen in many interviews, guys, when I start taking the interviews, right? When I ask them what is drop down, they will tell the answer. When I ask them what is list box, nobody will answer. Okay, so you should know alternative names. Okay, drop down is also called as what? List box. See, some people will call it as drop down and some people will call it as list box. It's a industry standards. Are you understanding? Understanding? Drop down or list box. Have you all seen the drop down? Have you all seen the drop down? How drop down looks like? Have you all seen the drop down? How drop down looks like? Let me show it to you once. Let me show it to you once from my side. This is called as drop down. This is called as drop down. Have you all seen the drop down? Yes, have you all seen the drop down? So this is the drop down. This is the drop down. Is this is a drop down? This electronics. Is this is a drop down? What is this? Then what is this called as? What action is this? Mouse over. What is this? This is mouse over. This is drop down. No confusions, right? No confusions, right? This is what? This is mouse over. This is drop down. No, some people get confused. People don't know the difference between mouse over and right click. Sorry, I mean drop down. Everybody's clear. This is mouse hovering and this is what? Drop down. Everybody's clear? Everybody's clear? Still few people will be there. Still they have a doubt. What is this drop down? What is this one? Okay. To clarify the doubt, they have given one. Oh, where is your PPT? Got the idea? So that is a different element. This is a different element. You have to know what element it is. If you know the element only, you can use the right method, isn't it? If you know the right method only, you can do it, isn't it? Correct? Super. Now look at my screen. Drop down or list blocks. First question. How to identify? Identification is very important. How to identify the drop down? How do you? How do you identify the drop down? One second. How to identify the drop down? First question. First thing. First answer is by look and feel. By look and feel. Correct, right? By looking only you can get to know. By looking only you can get to know it is a drop down. Isn't it? Isn't it? By look and feel. Next, when you right click, when we right click and inspect, when you right click, when you inspect, it will be developed using a tag called select. In future, if you still get confused, okay, still if you get confused, when you right click, when you inspect, it should be developed using the tag name called as select. If it is developed using a tag name called select, it's a drop down. If it is developed using a tag called A, then it is called as what? If the tag, it is developed using a tag link. Okay, are you understanding? Are you understanding? Clear? Clear? Look at my screen. Look at my screen, everyone. Everyone, look at my screen. Now, when I right click, when I inspect, is it developed using a tag called select? Is it developed using a tag called select? No. When I right click, when I inspect on electronics, is it developed using a tag called select? So this is not a drop down. So everybody got to know how to identify the drop down. Everybody got to know how to identify the drop down. Everybody is clear? No questions, no doubts? Super. Okay. Now, let's see how do we handle this drop down. Let's see how do we handle this drop down. Okay. Now, look at my screen. Okay. How to handle drop down. How do we handle this drop down? Okay, step number one, you need to create an object for what? Select class. What you need to do? Select is an inbuilt class. So we have an actions class. So like that, we have an inbuilt class called select class. So here we have to create a object for select class, and here you need to pass the address of the drop down. You need to pass the address of the drop down. Okay, so what you need to do? You need to create an object of select class and you need to pass the address of the drop down. So right click, inspect the drop down, we'll get the address, pass it. Clear? 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 Next. Now, to select the option, because I have an options, right? In drop down, I have an options, correct? Right? To select the options, to select the options from the drop down, okay? To select the options from the drop down, we have three methods. Yes. Select class, one more point. Select class should be imported from, selenium.support.ui. Selenium.support.ui. Your actions class should be imported from selenium.interactions package. Interactions. This is selenium.support.ui. Understood? So first we have to create an object for select class. We have to pass the address of the drop down. Select class should be imported from selenium.support.ui. To select the options from the drop down, we have methods. Select by, index, next. Three options we have. How do we use this? I'll teach you. Select by value, select by visible text. Everybody understood? So we have three methods. You can use whichever you want. We have three methods. You can use whichever you want. Understood? So how do you handle the drop down? First, create an object and you have to pass the address of the drop down. Select class should be imported from selenium.support.ui. In order to select the options from the drop down, we have three methods. One is index, one is value, one is visible text. Clear? Everybody's clear? Theory is clear? Start writing. Start writing. Start writing. Guys, done? Can we write the program? Address means right click. Guys, you don't know address still. Almost mid of Selenium, almost we have done 20 classes. Address means what? Locators, right click, inspect. That's the address of the element. Not path. Okay, now look at my screen. Let's do one scenario. Look at my screen. Now, I want to open the browser, enter the URL of ebay.com. I want to select the options from this drop down. Can we do this? I want to open the browser and I want to select the options from this drop down. Okay, now let me write the program. Look at my screen, everyone. Look at my screen. Am I audible? My voice is clear? Am I audible? My voice is clear. Okay. So drop down or list box. Test 0. Select the main method. Click on finish. Now let me write the program. Now let me copy this. Let me paste it. ebay.com. Let me copy this. Let me paste it. ebay.com. Now look at my screen, everyone. Step number one. I have to go fetch the address of the drop down. Right click, inspect. Tell me by using which locator? First of all, is it a drop down? First, we have to get to know, right, whether it's a drop down or not. Is it a drop down? Yes. How did you all get to know? Because it is having an anchor tag, what? Select. Because it is having an anchor tag, select. Super. So using which locator? Here we have what? ID locator. So step number 1, identify the drop down and fetch the address of the drop down. So driver dot find element by using ID, copy paste the value, store it inside one variable. So I'll call it as drop down. You can store it any variable. So it's the variable name. Return type is web element. Everybody's clear till here? Now what you should do? Create an object for select class. Okay. And what I need to pass here? The address of the drop down. Where's the address? Where is the address of the drop down? This one. This variable I need to pass it. Are you understanding? Understood what is the meaning of address of the drop down? This one. After identifying, after inspecting, store it in a variable, you're passing that variable. This is called address of the drop down. Is it clear? Next. Select class should be imported from selenium.support.ui. Everybody's clear till here? Okay. Now stop texting. Look here. So you have 3 ways you can select the element. Correct? How many ways we can select? You can select 3 ways. You can select the elements in 3 ways. Select by index. That's a one way. Select by visible text. That is a second way. Select by value. That is one more way. So we have 3 ways to select. Okay. So we have 3 options to select. You can choose any of this. Future, when you're doing project, right? You can choose any of this. But you have what? 3 options to choose. How many you have? You have 3 options to choose. One is index, one is visible text, one is value. Okay, now. So first is Windex. Now, you already know. Index starts with what, guys? Index starts with what, guys? 0. Now tell me, which option you want me to select? Which option you want me to select? You want to select books and magazines. What is the index of books and magazines? What's the index of books and magazines? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want to select books and magazine, index number is 4. Understood? Understood the first one? Understood the first option? Second option, visible text. What's the meaning of visible text? The text which is visible to you. Okay, the text which is visible to you. Now tell me which one you want me to select. You want to select craft. You want to select what? Craft. Correct, right? So what is a text? What's a text here? What's a text? Craft itself is a text. Correct? Craft itself is a text. So right click, inspect. Guys, when you right click, inspect. Next to select, there's one arrow mark. Observe. Next to select tag, there's one arrow mark. Expand this arrow mark. Expand the arrow mark. Copy the text. What's the text? That is craft. Understood? Visible text means what? The text which is visible to you. Visible text means what? The text which is visible to you. Next, select by value. What is the meaning of value? Now you tell me which one you want me to select. Which option? One more option. I want to select computer table and networking. You select, okay, later. Computer table networking. Right click, inspect. Observe carefully. Right click, inspect. Expand this arrow mark. For computer tables and network, what is a value? For computer, what's a value? This is the value. Copy this, paste it. Everybody understood? Everybody understood? 3 ways of selecting. One is by index, one is by visible text, one is by value. Got it? I will give little bit of delay, guys. This is for teaching purpose. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is for teaching purpose. No, whatever is there, you have to, guys, listen here. Copy pasting is your job. What is your job? Copy pasting is your job. I'm repeating again. Right click, inspect. What you wanted? You want books and magazines. Whatever is their value, copy pasting is your job. Let it be your name also, not to worry. Let it be whatever it is. What is your job? Whatever the value is there, copy and paste it. That is your job. Understood? Understood? Okay. Copy, paste the value. So what I'm repeating again. What option you wanted. Select. For example, I wanted to select this dolls and bears. Right click, inspect. Okay. Dolls and bears. What's the value for it? Copy, paste it. Everybody understood? So your job is copy pasting job. Don't worry what is written there. No. Okay. Copy, paste it. Now let me give little bit delay because for teaching purpose or else it will be fast. First it will go and select what? What it will select? Books. Next it will select craft. Next it will select computers. Okay. Now let me execute this. Observe carefully. First, it will select books. Is a books is selected? Craft is selected? Computer tables and networks is selected? That's all. That's all. Is it selected? Options. Did you observe this drop down? Did you observe? Guys, please wake up, open your eyes and see the execution. Look at the drop down. What? Look at this. Books got selected. Crafts got selected. Computer tables and got selected. That's all. Clear? Everybody's clear? Everybody's clear? Okay, make a note. Open the browser. Open the browser. Enter the URL of amazon.com. Open the browser. Enter the user amazon.com. Select the values from this drop down. Select the values from this drop down. Whichever you want, you select your wish. Open the browser, enter the URL of amazon.com, select the values from the drop down. Understood the scenario? Understood the scenario? Open the browser, enter the URL, select the options from the drop down. Okay, start doing, start executing. Who told value is not there? Value is not there. His values are not there. Can't you see the values? Values are not there. Is it there or not there? It is there, no? Correct? Is it a drop down? Is it developed using a tag called select? Is it drop down is developed using a tag called select? Is it having the values? Is it having the text? Yes. Your job is to copy paste it. That's all is your job. Value, copy, paste it. Who told values are not there? Done. Index starts with 0. Dhananjay. Index starts with 0. Position value starts with 1. Index starts with 0. Position starts with 1. Over. Now look at my screen. Now next scenario. I'll remove this thread dot sleep. Now you people are very clear. How do you handle the drop down? How do you select the values from the drop down? Is this clear? Is this clear? Now I want to count. Listen. Next. I'm continuing here only. Next. I want to count how many options are there inside the drop down. Stop doing. I've given you enough of time. Look at my screen. Now I have to count and I want to print the text. What I need to do? I want to count how many options are there. I want to count and I want to print the text. Are you understanding? I want to count how many options are there and I want to print the text of it. Let's do it. Let's do it now. For that, we have a method in the select class called as get options. We have a method called as what? Get options. This get options is a method which belongs to select class. You cannot use it wherever you want. You should use it only for drop down. Okay. We have a method called as what? Get options. So what is the use of this get options method? It is used to get you all the options which is present inside the drop down. What's the use of this? It is used to give you all the options which is present inside the drop down. Are you understanding? What's the use of get option method? It is used to give you or get all the options which is present inside the drop down. So let me store it inside a variable. The return type of this is list. Everybody understood? Everybody understood? So what is the method we have? Get options. The reference variable, yes, dot get options. Okay, so this is used to give you all the options which is present inside the drop down. If you want to print a count, we have a method called as what? Size method. If you want to print a text, what's the method we have to print the text? What's the method we have? Get text. I already taught you. Option. The reference variable. Option. Store it inside one variable. The return type of this is what? The return type of this is web element. Print the text. Get text. Get text. Understood? Understood? Let me run the code. Let me run the code. So see the selection. I'm not given any delay here. It is so fast. I'm not given any delay. Its execution is so fast. Options are there. How many options are there? 36. Is it printed all the options text? Is it printed the text of all the options? Yes. Can you do it on the same program? Can you do it on the same program? Yeah, please do it. Please do it. Guys, done? Completed? Everybody is able to get the option. Everybody is able to print a text. Everybody is able to print the text. Everybody is able to do it. Understood it till here? No. No. Komal? Komal, we'll connect it later after the class. Can we connect it, Komal, after 9 o'clock? Komal, can we connect at 9 o'clock? And let me see what is an issue. We'll resolve it. Yes? Super. Now look at my screen, guys. Look at my screen. Now, I did selection. I did selection. Now, can I do deselection? Okay, I did selection. I'm doing what? Deselection. Let me run the program. Let me run the program. Look at the screen. What happens? I got one beautiful exception. Unsupported operation exception. Please make a note of this. Is this a Java or Selenium exception? Is this a Java or Selenium exception? Java exception. Why are you telling Selenium? Can't you read this? Can't you read this? Go backside, make a note of this exception. Go backside, make a note of this exception. Let me tell you the reason. Let me tell you the reason. Guys, tell me, one second. Tell me, is it possible? Okay, is it now there's a drop down, right? Okay, can I erase this drop down? Can I erase this drop down? Try manually and tell me. Try manually. Can you? By default, there will be one option. Correct, right? There will be one option by default. Can I erase it? Can I make it blank? Is it possible? Try it and tell me. Try it once and tell me. It's not possible. Correct, right? So that's a reason we can only select the options. We can only what? Select the options in single select drop down. Single select drop down. Reason, under that column, please make a note. We can only select the option in single select option. We cannot deselect. Are you understanding? We can only what? Select the option, but we cannot do deselection. If you try to do deselection, you will get what? Unsupported operation exception. Means that operation is not supported. Read the exception. It is so clear. This operation is not supporting. This operation is not supporting. Are you understanding? And also make a note of use of get options method as well. Get option. It is used to get all the options present in the drop down. It is used to get all the options present in the drop down. Done? Finished writing? Finished writing? Okay, super. Now look at my screen. Drop downs. In drop downs, we have two types. One is called as single select, and one more is called as multi select. Okay, single select. We can select only one value at a time. We can select multiple values at a time. Okay, we can select one value at a time, but in multi-select, we can select multiple values at a time. Okay, here we can only select. But here we can select and deselect. Understood? Understood? The types of drop down. So we have seen one part of the drop down. We have seen single select. So let's see multi-select drop down. Okay, let's talk about multi-select. So in single select, what we can do, we can only select one values at a time. But in multi-select, we can select multiple values. If we can only select, here we can do selection also, deselection also. Make a note, start writing. Start right. Done. Done. First, let me show you how this deselect drop down looks like. I mean, what multi-select drop down looks like. Let me show it to you. Now, look at my screen, everyone. Where is this? Now I have to search. So instead of that, let me write one small piece of the code. This multi-select dropdown will not be there in all the applications. It will be only in few applications. Let me write the code. Select ID is equals to MTR. Okay. So multiple option value is equals to I idli option. Copy 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. Let it be 5. So let me give okay. Next, what else? Okay, sambar. Fine. Fine. We will do that also. Sell this. Okay, you fine, guys. Look at here. Where is this location? Okay. Are you able to see this? This is how your multi-select drop-down looks like. Are you understanding? This is how your multi-select drop-down look like. Can I select multiple values? Can I select multiple values? Yes. So single means understood. Now you got a difference between difference between what? Single select and multi-select. Single select means one value at a time, but multi-select means multiple values at a time. Can I select multiple values at a time? Same program. But here you can select also, you can deselect also. Same concept, okay? But your option is what? What's a benefit for you? You can select and also you can deselect. You can select and also you can deselect. That's an advantage here. Let me go and where is that? Copy the URL of the application. Let me paste it here. Let me copy the URL. Let me paste it here. Okay. So step number 1, let me right click, let me inspect. So I know the code, it is ID locator. It's developed using a code called ID. Let's write the code. Driver dot find element by using ID locator. Copy paste the value. Stored inside one variable. Okay. The return type of this is web element. Create an object for select class. Don't tell you're going fast because you already know this, isn't it? Don't you know this? Yes or no? Same thing. Now I need to select. Select by index. Okay. Next. Select by value. Select by physical. This code you already know. Value and select by visible text. Okay. Now anything. Let me go to the application. So I want to select VADA. Then I want to select this. Values what? I. Values I. Then I want to select the option called as VADA. Okay. Let the index be C. Okay. Selection you understood. So now let me run the program. You know this code already. Is it selecting? Is it selecting? Okay. Both are same. I'll change the index. Both are same. Now let me run this. Now you see. Is it selected? Because index number and the value both are same. That's the reason it was selected. Is it selected? Is it selected? Can I do deselection? Selection process, you know. Now let me do deselection. How do I do deselect? I can use deselect by index. What's the index number? 2. Then I can deselect the value. I can also, what I can do? I can also do deselect by visible text. Understanding? So I can select also, I can deselect also. That's the difference. This is an add-on for you. Are you understanding? So here we can also select and also we can do deselection. Understood the add-on? Let me give delay, otherwise it will be very, very fast. It will execute very fast. Okay, let me give 2 seconds of delay because I'm showing this week for the first time. I'm showing you this piece of the code for the first time. So let me give a little bit delay. Now you see here. Now you see, is it selected? Now you keep seeing deselected, deselected, deselected. Did you see that? Did you see that? Observe. I'll run it again. Selection is very fast. Selection fast because I'm not given delay. See? Deselected, deselected, deselected. Is it selecting? Is it deselecting? Is it selecting? Deselecting? Yes? Super. Now look at my screen. Look at my screen. Open the browser. Open the browser. Enter the URL of 1 second. I'll give the application to you because this is there only in this application. Okay, but in future, if you get a bank, this domain, or what are those? What is it called as? Healthcare domains. Okay, if you get an opportunity in healthcare domains, you'll get to this. Okay, see, is this a multi-select drop down? Can you select this? Can you deselect this? Can you select this? Can you deselect this? Take the URL, start writing. Post it in a group as well. Open the browser, enter the URL. Selection, you know, deselection you do. Selection, deselection. But guys, there is a defect in this application. One will not work. One method will not work. Which method is not working? Tell me. There's a defect in the application itself. Okay, it's not defect in Selenium, it's a defect in application. One method will not work. So which method you have to tell me. Okay, start writing. So till here you already know. Now you do deselection process. Deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect by visible text. Okay, start writing. Done, completed. Did people understood? Did people understood? So now you can start writing the programs wherever it is having drop downs, wherever it is having mouse overs. So that programs you can start writing. Okay, you can start writing the codes wherever it is having drop down, wherever it is having mouse over. You can start coding. Okay, drop down is not completed, guys. Okay, drop down is not completed. That we are going to discuss in tomorrow's class. Still, okay, it is not completed. Still, we have a lot of things. Okay. Clear till here, everyone? Everybody's clear till here? Okay. Make a note of interview questions. Make a note of interview questions. First thing, how to identify drop down. Drop down should be imported from how to select the options from drop down. Next, how to deselect the options from the drop down. Next, how to get all the options present inside the drop down. Okay. Next. Yes, from today onwards, I'll give you 2 manual questions and 2 Java questions. Okay. If you're interested, you can learn. If you're not interested, it is not required to learn. Okay. If you're interested, at least if you have not studied anything from today, at least start studying it from today. Explain. All these are frequently asked question. Explain functional testing and types. Explain differences between smoke and sanity testing. What is variable and types of variables? Difference between method and constructors. If you start studying two questions, okay, if you start studying at least two questions per day, it would be helpful for you. Okay, everyone understood today's concept? Everybody understood today's concept? Okay, yes. Now, whoever is having questions and doubts can start asking other people. Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, people who are having questions and doubts can start asking me. Okay, and people who don't have any questions and doubts, thank you. Bye-bye. Let's catch up tomorrow. Let's continue. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Guys, if you ping so many messages, I would not be able to read one by one. Okay, if you ping all these things, I'm really so sorry. I would not be read any of your message one by one. See how many messages I would not be able to read. Thank you. Bye bye. Let's catch up tomorrow. Let's continue. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Let's catch up tomorrow. Yes, please tell me one by one.
How to display visible text?
Everyday programs and notes will be uploaded once the class is done. Every day, programs and notes will be uploaded once the class is done. That will be done on daily basis.
Ma'am, have a doubt in Skillrary application, which we have done yesterday when we double click the add button. When I double click that plus button and then I do the add to cart, so the pop-up comes. Do you want to add to the cart? Okay or cancel. So that okay or cancel, that concept still we are yet to complete in the class, or we can do that automation.
Roshni, tell me, did I teach any concept called pop-up till now?
No, I'm just asking. So we are yet to cover, right? So
If that's the case, if that's the case, I would have told you that complete scenario. Why did I tell you half scenario?
Okay.
Because we don't know. We are still in learning stage.
Okay,
Correct, right? That you cannot do. That is a
Yeah.
big concept that I'm going to do it in the next week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that is not completed. That's the reason I'm giving you only what is completed only based on that questions are given. Correct? That is not done yet. Yes or no?
Okay, thank you.
Next.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me.
The GitHub link is not working, ma'am. So once we click that, right? So the folders is showing. Once we open the folder, we're getting an error. Like not only we, like most of the people are getting that error. It's not downloading.
Okay. No.
Yes,
No?
yes. Not only
Wait,
me, ma'am.
let
I've
me-
been. Yes.
Okay, let me also check once. No, anyway, I'm pushing it. Let me also check once. Okay, next, what else?
Error.
One by one. One by one.
Ma'am, error I am getting while executing the program. Error could not find or load the main class.
That you please create one Google Meet link and pass it to me. I will join and I should see it and tell you.
Okay.
Create one Google Meet link and post it. I will join and I'll tell you guys. Okay. And where is it? Why? Click on it and download. It is downloading no neatly. What is an issue with this? It is happening. It is downloading properly. Everything is working beautifully. Next.
Visible text.
Select once, ma'am.
Hello.
What?
Hello, ma'am. How to know this is a visible text? Because I'm not getting craft is a visible text.
One by one, guys. One you tell me, let me answer to your question. Next person. One by one. Please tell me what was that? One by one. Please tell me again.
Could you please tell it how to select multiple on that time my net is on.
How to select multiple? By using a method called as deselect. Okay. Selection you understood. For selecting, we have three methods. Correct? So select by index, select by value, select by visible text. So for selection, we have three methods. For deselection also, we have three methods. What are the three methods? We have deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect by visible text. Are you understanding? Tomorrow we're going to talk more. We did only one program on deselection today. Okay. So these are the methods we have for the deselection. But deselection you should do only on multi-select drop-down. You cannot do it on single select drop-down. Clear? So tomorrow again we are going to do some of the scenarios on deselection. So you'll get it better. This is basic we have done. Is it clear?
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, in the skillready.com, the website you have given for that multiple selection, when we click left click, one by one, it is like acting like a single click. If we are pressing control button and then left click on that, then it is selecting multiple options.
Vikrant, your mic is not proper. Please leave the class and join again and tell me.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, how to know this is a visible text? Because I'm not getting the craft is a visible text. That's why please explain a bit.
No. Guys, your voices are not clear. It's breaking. Repeat again.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am? Hello.
First,
Ma'am,
you stop your background noise. Stop those musicals, whatever is played in the backside.
because marriage.
Komal, you have to wait for 5 minutes. Yes,
Ma'am, am I audible?
tell me.
I was telling that, ma'am, when we click on that options, only one option gets selected when we click left click on that, and when we press Control button on keyboard and then left click on that, then multiple options are getting selected.
Vikrant, Mr. Vikrant, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear anything. Rajendra, open your eyes and look at this, Rajendra. Why it is not present? Why values are not present? Can't you see here? Can't you see here? Why values are not present?
Ma'am, I have a doubt in yesterday's auto suggestion code. So there we have taken. So we are finding the search option text box option thing, right? Find element by name. So there we are storing the driver.find element in web element one reference variable. Then we are doing element dot send keys. For example, phone in Amazon example. So actually I tried with driver.findElement.send keys. That also works. So it's just another way of creating, or how is that?
Madam Roshni, that will 100% work. I just wanted to teach you the differences with the written type. That's the reason I've written here. You can write here dot send keys. That is also right. I have written this for teaching purpose to tell you the differences between written type is web element, written type is best. To show you this I have written. That is also right. This is also right. That is basics that you should be knowing. Next. 100% it will work. Dot send keys. But for teaching, I should tell you, no, I was telling you yesterday differences. So for that, I have to tell the written type of find element is web element. Written type of find elements is listed. For showing, for teaching, I have written. You can write like this. You can write like this. This is you can write like this also. It will work. Dot send keys also it will work. That's an optimized code. This is one line code. This is extra. Simple. Next question. Sudarshan, that is what I told. There's one defect in the application. Visible text is not working. That's a defect. I told you, no, one will not work. That is one defect.
Ma'am, am I audible now? Am I audible clearly?
Yes, clearly. Tell me.
What I was asking is that in skillready.com, that multiple selection option, when we click directly by using left.
Vikrant, please drop me one message. Vikrant, I'm not able to hear it properly. Drop me a message or speak properly. There's some disturbance, your mic issue or something.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Yes, Ankita. Yes, Ankita, tell me.
Yesterday we have done one program auto suggestion. Actually, I am printing the value, the number of the auto suggestions, but he is giving 11. But in while printing, it's showing only 10 text. Why, ma'am?
Can you ask me this question tomorrow? I will give you the answer in front of everyone.
Okay.
Can you remind me this tomorrow, because so many of them left the class. Okay. Can I give the answer tomorrow? What's the reason? So everybody will get to know.
Okay, ma'am. And in morning time, when we start the class, that time I will ask the question.
Yes. You just remind me, but I'll not give the answer. Later only I'll give after 8:30 only. But I will make sure everybody is there. Okay. That is because the elements will be hidden. Element will be hidden. Whatever UI you can see, that will be printed. Hidden elements will not printed. So how it is hidden, how it will not print, with an example, I'll show it to you guys, so you'll have a better idea. Okay. So you just remind me tomorrow. I will tell you. Okay. Because I want to tell in front of everyone's class, because most of them left the class. That's the reason.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible now clearly?
Yes, Vikrant, now you tell me.
Ma'am, my question is, when we go to skillready.com for selecting the drop down menu, when we simply left click on the menu options, one by one option gets selected. Means only at a time we can only select one option, and when we press keyboard that button, control button, and then we left click on each option, multiple options get selected. Or we have other option like click on shift and then click on the first option and the last option, then all the options get selected. So my question is
Sorry,
that
can you repeat again?
single click or multi click? Acts like sometimes single click, sometimes multi click. I hope you got my point.
Can you repeat again, or anybody understood this question? Can anyone tell me? I didn't understand what he told. I didn't understand what he told.
Ma'am, please go to the skillready.com, that drop down menu option. I will tell you what is really happening.
Skillready.com. This one?
No, ma'am. The next tab. That
or demo app skillready.com. Which one? This one?
Ma'am, that drop down menu option is there. That side. No, ma'am. You have got that select.
Ping me or you talk. We can't know. You're wasting my time. Ping me or talk properly. I'm not able to listen anything of you. Or just rejoin again and speak to me. Or
Ma'am,
anybody understood this question? Can anybody repeat?
Yeah, I think what he's saying is, so you told us to automate one skill ready with multiple select options, right? Just now. So he's telling he's not able to select multiple options in a cursor click. So he has to do control and then select. So how to do that is what is
yes, ma'am.
Control down arrow key. How to select control? Sorry, not control. Shift down arrow key. Shift down arrow key for selection. Shift down arrow key. Understood, man, Vikrant?
Ma'am, for me actually it's working like when we click on simply left click on the option, only one option gets selected at a time, and when we press the control key and left click on that, then multiple options get selected. You can try that, ma'am.
No, man, I'm not understanding. Roshni, please tell me.
So he's telling, so he for him this doesn't work. So he has to left click on, he has to control and then left click on one of the option, then he can select multiple options.
I don't know. Maybe it's a browser issue or something. Man, check out in different browser. Open that application in different browser and check. That's all. That's all. It's all.
Okay, ma'am.
If it's not working, it's outcome. It's working for everyone. It's not working only for you. That's all. Web element
Okay,
is
ma'am.
an
I shall try on
Listen here,
new
if you
browser.
want to know about this methods, if you want to know about just place your cursor. Web element is always an interface. It's an interface. That's all. The written type of this is web element. It's an interface. Okay. Next one. Next one. If you don't have select tag in the drop down, it is not a drop down. So you cannot use this technology. You can just write driver.findelement.click. It's a normal method, normal typing. If it is having a select class only, you have to create an object and select the options in this way. If it doesn't have a select tag, means normal actions, right? Click and type. Click and type actions you have. Mr. Suraj, you know computer how to use, correct, right? You should know difference between click and mouse overing. Click means clicking, mouse over means take your mouse cursor and pointing on it. How to get ready? What is this? Control space, correct, Rohit. Control space. You get that inbuilt methods. Control space. Anything your wish, Gangadhar. It's your wish. Hey, which you have not done it properly. Here, driver dot find element. Control space. You get it. So before clicking on the before writing this dot, you have to press. Once you write the dot, it will not come. Once you write the dot, it will not come. Control space will not work. Before hitting the dot, it only will work. Done? Done? Yes. Komal, how to join this? I told you, give me Google Meet link. How do I join this?
Ma'am, I forwarded the meeting ID and that passcode. Sorry for that.
Sorry, come again.
Ma'am, I have forwarded once again that meeting ID and passcode.
Where is it? Okay, me. This is. I should put my email address here.
This is Zoom link.
Create one Google Meet link. What have you done?
I created one Zoom link for the meeting.
Hey, why are you asking the simple questions, guys?
Your
Mr. Suraj Kumar. If I do mouse over on this search text field, am I getting any options? If I do mouse over on this, am I getting any options? That one you leave, that is search option. Then it is a typing. Username, you will not get any options. It is typing. Use a little bit common sense. If you don't know how to handle these elements, if you don't know what is there in the elements in the web, then what did you learn in manual testing? What did you learn in manual testing? Without knowing this element, how did you write the test cases? Join Komal. I'm pinging you. Yes, Ankita, tell me. What is your doubt? Komal, you have to join quickly. You should not waste my time.
Okay.
Ankita, you have any questions? Ankita, you have any questions?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Let's catch up tomorrow. Let's continue.